For Capricorn, January 2025 is all about growth in communication, relationships, and financial stability. This month, the planets are lighting up your first, second, third, and seventh houses, giving you opportunities to focus on self expression, meaningful connections, and personal resources. Let's break down each transit and explain what each planet means and how this is going to play out in your personal life this January 2025. On the 3rd of January, Venus, the planet of love, creativity, and harmony, enters your third house of communication and learning and local connections. Venus here makes it easier to express yourself and connect with others in a truly meaningful way. Here, you might find yourself strengthening your bonds with a sibling or neighbor by spending time together, like having a coffee, a chat, or sharing creative ideas. Or you might feel inspired to work on a creative project involving communication, such as creating poetry or designing a social media content. While Venus in Pisces is compassionate and artistic, avoid setting overly idealistic expectations in your interactions and everyday life. On the 7th of January, Mars, the planet of action and energy, retrogrades into your seventh house of relationships. Mars retrograde slows things down, asking you to reflect on how you approach your one-on-one partnerships and relationships. You might feel compelled to revisit an unresolved issue with a partner or close friend, working toward finding a balanced solution. Or you could take time to reevaluate in how you assert yourself in relationships, ensuring your communication is both empathetic and effective. This is an amazing time to focus on emotional connection and avoid forcing unnecessary outcomes. On the 9th of January, Mercury, the planet of communication and planning, moves into your first house of identity and self-expression. Mercury here helps you articulate your thoughts and present your ideas with clarity and precision. For an example, you might pitch an idea at work or your community, showcasing your leadership style and confidence. Or perhaps you could redefine a personal project like updating your resume or building a portfolio that aligns with your goals. Capricorn energy supports disciplined thinking, so it's a great time to organize your priorities and make thoughtful progress towards your future. On the 12th of January, the North Node moves into your third house of communication, while the South Node moves into your ninth house of beliefs. The North Node encourages growth through expression and connection, while the South Node invites you to let go of any perfectionism in your big picture thinking. You might focus on developing stronger connections in your local community, like joining a group or perhaps even attending a workshop. Or you could find yourself simplifying your long-term plans, letting go of the need to overanalyze every single detail and trusting your instincts. On this day, a trine between the North Node and retrograde Mars happens in your seventh house, and it supports using your compassion and intuition to resolve relationship matters. On the 13th of January, there is a beautiful full moon in Cancer, which illuminates your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. Full moons bring clarity and closure, making this a perfect time to reflect on others and how you relate in your one-on-one relationships. You may decide to have an open conversation with a partner, addressing unresolved feelings, or perhaps even setting up new boundaries. Or you could be letting go of unbalanced relationships, creating space for healthier connections in the future. This full moon encourages you to nurture meaningful relationships and letting go of emotional baggage. On the 20th of January, the Sun moves into your second house of finances and value, joining transformative Pluto. This alignment allows you to reevaluate your approach to money and possessions, focusing on what truly matters to you. Here, you could perhaps start budgeting for a long-term goal, like saving for a trip or an investment. Or you might find yourself decluttering your space, selling or donating items that no longer align with your personal values. Meanwhile, Saturn and Venus align in your third house of communication, encouraging disciplined and compassionate communication and relations. This is a great time to solidify a writing project or deepen meaningful relationships through thoughtful conversations. On the 28th of January, Mercury joined the Sun and Pluto in your second house, helping you strategize around your personal resources. You might brainstorm ideas for increasing income, like starting a side hustle or rethinking your spending habits. Or you could discuss financial plans with a trusted advisor or partner, working on improving ways to stabilize your income. Aquarius's innovative energy helps you approach finances creatively and think outside the box. On the 29th of January, the new moon in Aquarius signals a fresh start in your second house of finances and self-worth. New moons are great times to start and set intentions that align with your resources and personal values. You could find yourself setting goals to pay off debt or save for something meaningful like a course or personal project. Or you could be thinking of starting a new income stream, such as offering a service or product that reflects your personal interests. With the influence of Pluto and Mercury, this new moon supports transformative and practical changes. So, for Capricorn, January 2025 is a month of meaningful growth in communication, relationships, and finances, with key activities in your first, second, third, and seventh house. This is a great time to focus on your goals, nurture partnerships, and build your personal stability. Well, that's it for Capricorn, January 2025. If you find this video helpful in any way, please consider liking and subscribing, or perhaps sharing the video on with a fellow Capricornian. Till next time.